Hello everybody. Welcome back. Sorry for being a couple minutes late. I had some stuff I had to take care of with my YouTube channel and stuff because they changed some things about Twitch. It used to be that Twitch, whenever I exported my VODs to YouTube, would automatically flag them as private or list them as private, so that I could then go in and like schedule a release date for them later. But for some reason, it started like posting them as public. And so I had to go in and catch the video before it finished uploading and label it as private. And I was looking through some stuff and I'd messed up some numbering and stuff. I need to go through and after stream is done, I need to go through and set up some stuff with the VODs. So welcome back to whatever's going on here. Okay, good. All right. Okay, it's been a while since I've really played. I played a little bit last week on one day, but I didn't really get the chance to play too much other than that. So let's take stock of what we're doing. Gallium arsenide. Um, you know what? I bet I bet gallium arsenide, yeah, is for diodes. Okay. What do I have a small pile of gallium arsenide, but I need more. Okay, I see what we're doing. I need some gallium dust. Uh, Probably the best way to get it is from some sort of mineral, bauxite, and sphalerite. Sphalerite would be the one. We're gonna run out of fuel soon. To run the ore washer is the issue. I need to make. All right, I was wanting to make an advanced gas turbine generator. I don't have to do too much in the ore washer for that. This thing is empty. Let me go grab. Oh wait, I have a drum of methane here. I'll just poke a hole in it. Screwdriver's right here. There we go. Okay, let's get some sphalerite. What stage of sphalerite does it make the gallium arsenide? In Yeah, in the thermal centrifuge, do we have any refined sphalerite? Actually, what is refined sphalerite again? That is okay, that's from the thermal centrifuge. Okay. Right. Right. Okay, so we do need to just... If I have some purified sphalerite, that would be helpful. Do I have any in the place over here? I have oil sands. Oil sands, oil sands, oil sands. We have normal sphalerite dust. Wait, do we really not have any gallium in here then? Did I just like use it all up? Huh. I guess so. Let me check and see back here. I don't think we have any stone dust. Stone dust. I don't think we have any. I think I'm gonna have to just go with uh refining some sphalerite. I'll probably take this batch of poor sphalerite and start refining it. Wait, this stuff's already crushed. So let's take some of it instead. Okay. I'm gonna take like half of this and we're gonna wash it. Ooh, lead. Spicy. Okay. Yeah, so that should have been another piece of lead, and now it should be working on the sphalerite. Okay. Let's see. So the thing is though that okay, like the advanced distillery, yeah, that's why. The advanced distillery does need um it does need the medium voltage. I need a transformer because we need yeah, I need one of these. That's actually not that hard to make. Okay, cool. Need some steel. I don't know if I have enough steel for that, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Um, what is going on here? What are you doing? Okay, this thing's making more methane. Actually, this thing should be making more rubber. I guess it was getting through the methane first. Yeah, this thing should be making more rubber, which I feel like we needed for something. Okay, I'm gonna need... I do need it to jacket some more wires. Let's take another half stack of tin and turn it into wires. I don't have any steel lying around. We only have 6 ingots. So, realistically, we're probably going to need to do a little bit more steel. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I think this thing can't do anything more until it clears up some space. Where's my hydrogen sulfide? I could have sworn we had a barrel just for that, but this one is empty. There we go. Okay, so that thing should be making rubber now. Things turned off. This is my issue. I don't have enough. I don't have enough amps going through yet. We're trying to fix that. I think what we're gonna do. Well, no, we're pumping gas around, which is what we're gonna do, and then we're going to use turbines to burn it in the areas that it needs to be burned. It's gonna be better than trying to pump steam around or something. Because what do I have for what are steel pipes? I know steel pipes. Yeah, see, steel pipes are low transfer rate. I think. I'm actually not 100% sure. It says I know that normal Greg Tech uses liters for everything, and this just says 50 liters per tick. But this is okay. This is a millibuckets, which is not the same as liters, I guess, which is fair. I have so much Cooper nickel on me. Okay, we need the diodes. I could make a bunch of these already. I'm wanting the more of the gallium arsenide because I want to do like several, but honestly, I could just go with what I have now. Oh, let's play a music disc for fun. This one. Okay, we'll wait for this to finish. Okay. I do need the centrifuge. Okay, it's relatively fast. What I could do... I just need to get this... I need to get this, whole thing set up properly. And making me all sorts of good stuff. Look at all that oxygen I have. Okay. Gallium. Ah, there's the gallium dust. Okay. What I need to make is gallium arsenide, which is just gallium and arsenic. And where do I get the arsenic? Centrifuge railguard dust. That actually sounds very nice. Because if I do that, if I do that, like, I get sulfur and arsenic. That's actually really nice. Okay, let me check and see if I have any over here. I do have... I already have some arsenic. Okay, wonderful. Perfect. Hoggies, arsenic. Okay. I have 3 pieces. Okay, so I'd like to get 3 pieces of gallium to mix with it. It looks like I think it's like a 33% chance, so pretty good odds that we'll get more. Come on, big money, big money. No gallium. Pop in some more discs. Where's Cat? I don't know which one Cat is. One's Chirp. It's just in the mixer. What I need is the tiny piles. Okay. We can make that. Easy. Easy. Easy money. Come on, you can give me one more. I guess I could put this... Well, I guess the thing's running, so I can't really put it in the mixer yet. I don't know why these are separated out. I feel like there was probably a reason for that, but... 3 pieces of gallium. Alright, pause you for a second. Indust and antimony. What was I doing? Oh, this is probably for soldering compound, isn't it? 3. And... on a 1. This is deadly, so I'm not going to pick it up with my hands. Put it in the vessel. And... Ow. Ow. Owie. Okay, I shouldn't have shift right clicked that. Owie, owie, owie. Owie, owie. Alright. I need to get light bulbs made. I need glowstone. Can work on that. Well, glowstone's what? Well, you know what? No, I don't worry about this. Not yet. Not until we get the power situation taken care of. Okay. Speaking of power situations, let's see, what can I do next? I've got my gallium arsenide. I need to make my diodes. While that's going on, let's charge these. Diodes. Liquid polyethylene. Silicon wafer. Mug. Yeah, liquid polyethylene and annealed copper wire. How much do we need? We need 1 per operation. We got quite a bit. I don't know if I want to use up all my polyethylene for that, though. How much polyethylene do I have? Not a huge amount. I'd like to do it like 3 times. Let's just take what we have here and we run it through a wire mill on a 3. Okay, working enabled. There we go. What is this? In assembler. And it doesn't require anything special. We just need the polyethylene. Now, polyethylene is made... It's with oxygen, isn't it? With polyethylene, air, or oxygen. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a bunch of this oxygen, and I'm going to make more polyethylene. Let me just suck up this oxygen here. Put in the chemical reactor, oxygen gas. And what is it? Oh no, 1 oxygen, ethylene, polyethylene. That's what's going on, but it needs I need to take the rubber out. I don't think I have a barrel for that. I think that was part of the problem. Yeah. Okay. Polyethylene. I need rubber in there. I'm gonna make polyethylene. It's gonna do several operations, and it uses up a lot of oxygen, but should be fine. See how much we're gonna get from this. We'll end up with over a bucket's worth of polyethylene, which is really good. Okay. Stop making carbon monoxide. Hello? It's because of the carbon dust and the oxygen, isn't it? Alright. I'm sure carbon monoxide will come in handy at some point, right? What do I even use this for? Uh Acetic acid. Actually that probably will be useful, won't it? Hydrogen gas and carbon wait. Dimethyl formamide or formamide. Formamide. Wow. I can also just separate it back out, so that's fine. What does acetic acid get used for? Okay. Okay. We'll just worry about that later. How much 3 buckets of carbon monoxide just laying in that thing? I'm sure it'll be fine. You know what I gotta do? I gotta get a system that'll like automatically. Thing is we could with a computer, but disk drives are apparently ridiculously hard to make. Look, disk drive. This thing requires stuff from Applied Energistics, high voltage machine casing. Actually, it kind of is just high voltage, but like still. Come on. That's a lot. Oh, yes, give me these diodes. What do I need these for? I need these to make these things. These things I need, yes. The thing I need is these, I'm pretty sure, and... Ooh. Can I make any of those? Can I make sodium persulfate? If I could, that'd be better than the other thing. What is sodium persulfate? Okay, sodium bisulfate. Salt and sulfuric acid. I could probably achieve that, right? Sodium hydroxide and sulfuric acid. Ooh, I can get sodium hydroxide by just electrolyzing salt water. Or seawater. Which I guess is slightly different than the salt water from Greg Tech. Saltwater deposit. Okay, yeah, that is very different. Ooh, that's a good song. That's a good one. Alright, I'm gonna get a bucket of salt water. Electrolyze it. I need... Okay, hold on. Sodium persulfate. It does require 7 pieces of sodium bisulfate. Which I do just need 3 pieces of sodium hydroxide, so I'll probably need 3 buckets. Or 2? I think it'll let math out to end up being 2, right? What did I want? Electrolyzer? Okay. We have plenty of food. Don't worry about that. The main downside is the electrolyzer, out of all the machines we have, does kind of take the longest, doesn't it? Okay, yeah, and then the 2 pieces from the 2 small piles should be able to go directly. Should be able to be used to make a big piece. I think we already have some of these boards. Or maybe not. I have to make a batch of those. Really easy. Wood, dust, and glue. I'm surprised we don't have a bunch of those. Where are they? There's some. Okay, good. Yeah, we're gonna get into some big organization stuff when we get the new workshop up and running. Okay, so... Okay, and then this goes into a chemical reactor. I'm making sodium bisulfate. Yeah, chemical reactor with a bucket of sulfuric acid. Is sulfuric acid dangerous to my health? It doesn't say it is. So, it probably isn't. Okay, reactor. I'm gonna have to move some of this. I guess we're in this carbon monoxide somewhere. And then I need 1 bucket of sulfuric acid. We conveniently made... Oh, wait, no. Ow, ow. Okay, hydrogen sulfide. Owie. I don't have sulfuric acid. I have hydrogen sulfide, which I feel like hydrogen sulfide is... Yeah. Ow. Okay. 4 buckets of oxygen. and 1 bucket of hydrogen sulfide. Yeah, because I think sulfur trioxide, yeah, sulfur dioxide. What? Takes 1 bucket of. Hold on. Okay, so this takes 1 bucket of hydrogen sulfide, 4 buckets of oxygen to make. I think it's just kind of the same thing. Maybe? Okay, hold on. 1 bucket of hydrogen sulfide into sulfuric acid. I can also take. I can also do hydrogen dioxide. This is still just the same thing. It's just extra steps. 3 buckets of oxygen, hydrogen sulfide into 1 bucket of sulfur dioxide, which turns into 1 bucket of sulfur trioxide, which turns into 1 bucket of sulfuric acid. So it's just better doing it this way. I'm gonna hurt myself a little bit doing this, but science. Owie. There we go. Owie, owie. You know, I'm pretty sure I can start making the suit now that I think about it. We should be able to make. I would have thought there'd be a. I would have thought there would have been a quest for this part. They're not a quest for making the suit? I guess not. Has Matt? Yeah. Polyvinyl chloride, glass pane. I know the filter is more difficult because you have to take. That's not too bad. We could achieve this. Kind of easily. Well, now that we had the Pyrrole 7, I mean, we already have like a big portion of what we need to make it. Heck, I made more carbon monoxide. I think this needs to be on a 2. Carbon monoxide out of here. I need to. I really should just like remove a bunch of this stuff so that it stops doing that. Uh, full reactor. Put some oxygen in there. Oxygen back. Sodium bisulfate. How did I end up with more? Oh, it made water as well. I forgot about that part. Um. Okay, so then we electrolyze this. That'll get us sodium persulfate. It only gets us half a bucket though. Do I need more than that? What did I need this for? I needed to make these 200 millibuckets per. Uh, which we could do 5 if we did this process again. But I don't think we need that many. We need that many right now. So let's just put this in. I do I have more. I have these cells, but honestly, I don't have. I need to make some extra ones later. I know there's like a cheaper recipe for them later that I'd like to use. Sulfate. We're getting much stuff. I really should have made a box or a cell. A cell would probably be good for moving this stuff around anyways. For some of that stuff. Alright, I got this. We got okay, polyethylene drum. Put this up in here. And then boards. diodes. We need those silver foils. Oh, right. It's in a chemical reactor anyways. It's actually not an assembler for this. I really should clear out some of this stuff. Hold on, where's that bucket for Thane? Yeah, because this thing's done for now. I'm just gonna yoink this. God, I thought that I swear when I when I broke that pipe, I thought it looked like a creeper there for a second. Ooh, when I broke the drum and saw the pipe back there, yeah, it was spooky. It was spooked. Okay, methane in here. Okay, sodium persulfate. And then what I need is silver foil. Silver. Let's honestly just take all of this and turn it into the foil. Okay, ingots on a 1. Or not a 1, a 10. I swear, if this is like the one time I want to make foil and it comes out not foil, I'm gonna scream. Okay. We're fine. Crisis averted. Okay, what does it take to make those cells? Uh, Steel plate. Say, what we really want is this stuff. I have no idea how much that takes. This is good too, though. Whatever the heck this stuff is. The only issue with like this is I'm not sure if I'm making it from a liquid, tetrafluorine, oxygen gas. It looks like we're going this route. Because this is, yeah, what is this? Tetrafluoroethylene? It sounds like Teflon. Is that just what Teflon is? Is that just Teflon's chemical name? Okay, this isn't until high voltage. Yippee! Yeah. Alright, so we're just gonna ignore that. Chemical reactor. I only need to make the 2 to start with. We'll have to make more later, but the 2 will get us started. Oh, wow. Okay. Got 2 of these. Alright, so we're making medium MV circuits. Okay, it looks like everything's good. Copper wire. I just need the diodes and board. Yeah. Diodes. There we go. Oh boy. You can make it. That's okay. Thank you. Okay. So the only thing I have left is the hull. Copper cables, liquid polyethylene. Looks good. What is the difference between the 2 recipes? Looks like the same. Okay, one's annealed copper wire. That. All right. I need copper cables. I need 8 pieces of aluminum. I happen to have. Okay, fender on a 1. Because it's gonna be, yeah, 8 of these. Oh, here. One medium voltage case, one there, and then probably set this to a one. I don't remember, but we're gonna put some polyethylene in here. Polyethylene, and there we go. Oh, okay. One medium voltage hole. And there we go. One advanced gas turbine generator. Quest complete. Yippee! Okay, so it might behoove me to make a medium voltage battery first to power this thing for the initial, like, to get it kick started. Now that I think about it, it probably would be. It probably would be good to do that. Yeah, yeah. Because what's going to happen is, um, this is going to make gas, and then it's going to power the advanced gas turbine generator that's going to power this. Actually, let me double check something. Hold on. I need to check how much the process of making benzene requires. Actually, we'll probably need two of these things regardless, right? This only takes 64 EU per tick though, actually. That's not really all that bad. And then I think the Pyrrole oven takes, does it take 64 as well? We'll need two then at some point. Because okay, yeah, this takes 64 and the other one takes 64, which means we should be able to get the 128 will power it. So like one turbine will power the Pyrrole oven and the distillery to make the normal stuff, but then we need the wood tar can also be made in an extractor. Yeah, so we need somewhere to push the extra charcoal off to get more. So this operation, because this takes 4 EU per take, which is crazy because like just 4 EU, and we're gonna need a second turbine is the thing though, because 4 EU is still more than what we're producing with that. But I think I can put it like here. Yeah. I need a transformer because that's low voltage. Low voltage. Okay. I just need a machine hull. I need to do another batch of steel. Okay. Arc furnace me up. I've got 5 wrought iron ingots. Do I not have any more iron? There we go. Perfect. Are you on? You're not. Okay. Okay, let's go get the nitrogen out of here. And we'll fill it up with our oxygen. But this is polyethylene. The nitrogen one over here, because we'll need it over here later. Okay, more than enough. I think next we just need to wait for the batteries to charge a bit. Okay. So I'm gonna wait for these batteries to charge. While I'm doing that, I need to look into battery. Can I even charge a medium voltage battery right now? I probably can, right? It'll probably just take a while. Like I just need the medium voltage battery for just a very small, very short time. I need 8 pieces of lithium dust and 1 medium voltage battery hull, which this is fairly easy. Polyethylene, 2 copper cable, and 3 battery alloy plates. How many more plates? Okay. Ah, electronic capacitor. Does not contain the word battery, but it must be tagged as a battery or something. We do need some more copper cables. I only had some over here. Actually, I'll take... Okay, yeah, I've got the rubber. Probably need to jacket these. Well, no, because I don't always need them jacketed. That's right. Especially for like making circuits and stuff. But I will jacket these ones because they are... I'll probably need more in the future. Alright. We're gonna need more polyethylene because it's 288 to make a casing. Uh, okay. Great. I get to do the polyethylene thing. At least that stuff is mostly battery powered, so I can let my other batteries charge while I'm waiting. Okay. This needs 8 pieces of lithium dust, which we only have 4. Okay. I have more lithium. I don't think I have any more. We might have to make a little bit more. Just a little bit of lithium, please. A paltry amount of lithium, blah, blah, blah. No, no, I'm not. I'm not allowed. Okay, how do I get lithium? Lithium dust. I can never remember how to get stuff. Yeah, lithium ore would probably be a pretty dang good way to get that, wouldn't it? Do we have lithium ore? I swear I left a thing that had lithium in it, didn't I? There's a miner somewhere on this island that has lithium in it. I'm pretty sure. And I feel like it was in this direction. Yeah, but let's take the ore prospect. No, don't throw it on the ground. Let's take the ore prospector just in case. I'm gonna go mad. I'm gonna find it's gonna be look at all this. It's okay. I need to explore more anyways. This is the redstone mine, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Sure looks like redstone mine. Do 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 do. I shouldn't jump. It uses up a lot of food. I feel like maybe it was in this direction. Alright. Where, oh, where did I put my lithium mine? That looks like a lot of lithium. Is this where I put my mine, though? Because there's also a really good chance that I just glossed over this part when I was setting up the mine. What I need to do, I need to so with our Atlas mod, if I place a banner down, I can mark places on here. I can't do normal waypoints with the way this is, but I can do that. All right. There was lithium right here, and I guess I didn't go for it. I feel like the lithium mine was out in this direction. It's probably it'd probably behoove me to like write some of that stuff down instead of just trying to memorize things. But you know, that that's a lot of work. That's obviously more work than just running through the forest at a full sprint. I gotta reconnect with nature. Look at all this nature that's out here. See the beautiful pink sand? Beautiful. I know there was a mine out here. Is that it? No, that's not it. There was a mine on one of these beaches. Oh man, at this point I'm just leaving. At this point I'm just leaving unattended miners all over the place. Which sounds a lot worse than it actually is, but it's still pretty bad. Yump. Where the heck did I put all of my... Oh, there's one. Are you lithium? No. You're olivine. And moss is trying to reclaim my areas. This is olivine. Manganese. Manganese? No. Magnesite. What? Didn't I need this for something? I feel like I feel like I needed magnesium for something. Probably that fertilizer stuff. I feel like magnesium perchlorate or something, which sounds like something I should be able to make now, but there's no telling. Did I just like maybe it was that I had planned on putting up a lithium mine and then just forgot to do that. That does sound like something I would do, is like make a plan to put up a lithium mine and then completely forget about it because I got distracted with some who knows what. All right. It's just me, local scientist, running around the jungle at like, I guess the sun just, I was gonna say midnight, but I guess the sun just set, so what time of year is it? It's late autumn? Okay, so it's probably like 5 not like 5 o'clock, but it's got to be like what, like 6 or 7. I guess it depends. Do we have daylight savings time on the island? Like, I feel like I wouldn't implement that, seeing as like I'm the one in control of the island and everything. I'm gonna say no, we don't have daylight savings time on the island, but you know, I don't have any experience living somewhere that doesn't have daylight savings time, so I don't know what late uh autumn is like in this kind of environment. Uh yep. You know, I'm starting to think that I planned on having a lithium mine and then just didn't, because I have, you know, I'm gonna do this thing where I'm gonna set up another miner where there is a, you know, I guess I could also check the time, couldn't I? I checked the date, but I didn't even bother to check the time. What, what time is it? It tells me what time it is. It says right there. Like 10 o'clock. I know, like in Minecraft though, like I don't think they modeled in like any sort of um difference in the time that the sun sets based on your latitude in this, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Hey guys, I'm lost, so I'm gonna come here and light your candles for you. I'm glad you guys are getting along so well. Don't know what hurt Poppy, but health hasn't gone down, so I'm sure he's gonna be fine. Or she's gonna be fine. Alright, I can't survive wandering the jungle for too long. My fried rice is almost out. Well, actually, I am out of fried rice now. So I have to make more. There was a miner that I set up like really close to here though. I need to label these things. It's probably not a good idea to just leave heavy machinery just lying out in the jungle. There's no telling what could happen to it. Near here. Hello, 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 hello. Where? Oh, where? This looks like a really lucrative spot. Yep. Okay. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to go set up some more lithium mining. The thing is, though, I came out here. I wanted lithium because, like, I wanted it directly. But I probably have other things at the base that bear lithium that I just haven't processed yet. But it will take longer and get less lithium than if I just had a proper lithium mine. Could have sworn there was a lithium miner out here, though, that had already probably gotten me a bunch of lithium. But then again, if that's the case, why don't I have lithium? Lithium. It's there's that Evanescence song called Lithium, which I don't know if it's in reference to like um lithium being commonly prescribed for. I think lithium's commonly prescribed for like BPD or something. I don't know if that's really the case anymore though. I think we kind of stopped using lithium for those kind of things. So, man, there's no telling. I'm gonna come across machines one day, and I'm gonna be like, man, I didn't know this machine was out here. Okay, let me check and see what else I have that could possibly get me lithium. Because I know we can get it through. We can get it directly from lithium ore, tungslate ore, but we don't have any of that. It's this one that we get. It's boron. It only gets lithium when it's getting washed. Or, ooh, actually, this is, well, I don't know which one's better. Lipidolite, though. Yeah. I think we have a bunch of this stuff refined, but it doesn't help us in that stage. Okay. I think I'm just gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go set up a lithium miner. The thing is, though, like I had to go set up a lithium miner, but it's not that bad. I'm just gonna steal the miner from over here, and then just move it, and I'll just power it with a battery that I'm gonna take from one of the machines. Ooh, hey, you're done, actually. Okay. I need to go grab the miner. That's right. Okay. Here's the miner. I'm gonna yoink you. Oh boy, I got a quest complete because of that. When was I missing a prereq or something? What was the prereq for that? What was I missing? Was it a medium voltage? Or where this is low voltage anyways. It was. What was the prereq? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess. Sure. Why not? Okay, let's go over here. Let's go to our lithium area. I gotta make sure. Okay, we got plenty of saturation on our hunger bar, so I don't think we're at risk of anything anytime soon. Let's go gambling. That's not what we're doing, actually. Unfortunately, we're not going gambling, guys. We're just gonna go and pick up some lithium. No, everybody's a gambling addict here, but sorry, I uh can't support that, I guess. Speaking of which, I've been watching Kekugiri, which is a fun little anime about gambling. Parental whatever advised, because there definitely is it's I mean it's explicitly it's a anime for adults. It's rated like T14. Not like it's pretending to be some sort of wholesome anime. It really isn't. Okay, I gotta put up some stuff though before I have. Why do I have so much junk on me? Uh, Flint. And where did you even come from? Okay. As long as I don't turn it on, it should be fine. I didn't bring a chest out here or anything. We're just gonna do like this. Okay, very quick and dirty lithium mine. Very dirty lithium mine. We are not following EA protocols. Fine. I don't know what happens to the pollutants that we create, but no. The EPA doesn't exist in this universe yet. Till I end up making that. We're just going off of this. Need power. Can I not? Can I not supply you directly with power, actually? Hold on. Oh. Oh. Uh, you know, I guess I never tried. Okay. It went into a secret compartment right here that I can't see. Cool. Alright. I have pockets that have been brought to me. I didn't get the chance to eat. I woke up late today. Daylight savings are really messing with me. What is this stuff? What is this even? What do I get out of you? Manganese, molybdenum, calcite. These are actually pretty useful. Oh my god. I'm so out of inventory space. And you do like one thing out here and you end up with like so much stuff. Okay. I could make do I have I do have. Hold on. Let's make I'll make a crafting table out here for no reason except for the fact that I need it to make chests. That's fine. I'm just gonna put the one. Actually, no, there's no reason to go just a single chest when I have all the on hand. So, it looks like we're about an hour into stream. Thank you all for joining me here. If there is anybody who is not yet following who is watching, make sure you hit that follow button. You can be the 20th follower on stream. That would be amazing. That would be such a great advancement for our stream. Um, if you're new here, we are going to be going for another 3 hours because we try to stream for about what is it? 4 4 hours. I can't remember. I'm gonna eat these hot pockets while this chest fills up. Not even hot pockets, or pizza pockets. I don't know what's in them. Like cheese, tomato sauce. There's a little bit of meat in there somewhere, but who knows? Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say, I'd like a little bit more lithium. Oh my god, yes, give me that lithium. Mm. Delicious lithium to power all my electric vehicles. I don't know what they're complaining about. Mining lithium's easy. No, what does tungslite get us to? I know it gets us lithium. Manganese and silver is all it actually gets us right now. We can't even get the lithium. Unless I got some mercury and put it in the chemical bath. Yeah. Oh boy, more lithium. Okay. I'd like to get at least one more piece of lithium. And I'll take the battery with me because I heard there's a glitch with batteries getting destroyed by the miner. Kind of makes sense because it seems like it really doesn't want to actually have that slot for that battery. Come on, more lithium. There's got to be more lithium down there, right? Actually, let's check. Yes, well, okay. Lithium is the lowest one on here, but there's still plenty down there. Ah, another piece of poor lithium. Alright, I'll take my battery. We're leaving. Okay. I was hoping maybe I had to get one less, but take the lithium back. There's more than enough for our battery needs for a little bit. We'll have to make more food when we get back. Which I guess we can do while we wait for the lithium. I should have just left the methane. Well, I needed the methane barrel. Well, I should have just left the methane barrel on top of the ore washer's turbine. I guess I could also do a low voltage turbine over there just to power the extractor. Oops, that's not where that's supposed to go. There we go. Okay. That's empty. It's this one. Ah, it's because whenever they added a mod that like automatically puts things in your hands, like it's gonna yeah, it's like, oh, it's an empty drum. You want a new empty drum, right? And it's like, no, not really. Oh my god, why do you have? Oh, okay, I see. Liquid polyethylene is not a gas that can be burned in the gas turbine, so we gotta change that. Am I waiting on? Oh yeah, lithium dust. I don't remember how many I need. I get 6. 8. Okay. Okay. Taking this to the thermal centrifuge. Is this? It is not. I gotta make sure. That's why we're moving into the new building, so I can keep things chunk loaded. Well, I guess I could keep this area chunk loaded. I'm pretty sure all of this is in. Yeah, all these machines are technically in a chunk, even though it sort of doesn't feel that way. Ah, more lithium dust. Oh, yes. Okay, I just need one more. Alright, who's gonna make it first? Ore washer or thermal centrifuge? Ore washer is the winner. Honestly, MVP of the base. Okay. Can I even process this? Can I charge this? Okay. Can I charge this in here? I don't think so. I can't even charge this. I guess I could charge this at a turbine, couldn't I? Hmm. Yeah. Wait, I could just use methane to kickstart it. Why am I, why did I do all this? Okay. So, it turns out, I think that was actually, like, completely useless what I just did there. I don't think we needed to do any of that. I'll be real with you, chat. I don't think there was actually any reason to do any of that. These logs back here, just for safekeeping. God. I have the batteries, though. I can start this. We have oxygen gas, and I need to swap this out. There we go. Let me double check. I don't have to put it on something special. Oops. Okay. How about there we go. All right. And let me check that the battery charger's charging. Yeah. So we'll leave that in there, and I'll make myself some more food because we are out once again, and I need just like rid of these stupid palm saplings. Okay, let's wash our bowls. Okay. Food. What do we have? I got all this cocoa dust. I made lots of cocoa powder. Don't worry about it. Oh, I have some wholesome soup in here. I left myself a treat. Okay, we need. Oh no, didn't I? Did I make tofu? I didn't make tofu. I should have made tofu. Oh wait, that's right. The soybeans weren't done the last time I was cooking. So we're probably gonna have to go a little bit without protein again. Yeah, we're not eating a whole lot of protein. But that's fine because protein's the easiest one to get back up because the amount of protein you get from soybeans from tofu is honestly a little bit ridiculous. We are gonna have to go again, doubling up on some things. So let me come in here. Oh, hey, the papyrus is right. I'll take the papyrus. I mostly need it for the seeds. Which reminds me, I'm gonna have more. I'm doing this mostly to make more papyrus seeds so we can fill out the whole area outside. Okay. This is rice isn't ready yet. No. Replant the seeds. Gotta remember to replant the seeds. Sometimes I forget it. Okay, so all we have left is potatoes aren't grown yet. All right, let me just put this screwdriver up. Okay. And we are pretty low on a lot of these foods. These melons. I don't know how much we'll be able to make. You know what? I'll dip into these pineapples. Emergency pineapples. We typically use these to make leather, but I have so much leather now from all the field pineapples that we're fine. I had to answer a question. So that's why I stopped talking there for a second all of a sudden. Just in case you guys wanted to know, just in case you were curious about everything that goes on behind the scenes. Samson Whitley show. Let's see. Go. Shove a rock into a chest somewhere. See, the issue with like cutting down trees nowadays and like cutting them down manually has nothing to do really with the actual cutting of said tree, but more to do with the fact that cutting said tree fills up my inventory with a bunch of junk. And, I probably should just start throwing it away at this point. I think I've got enough stuff stored up, but, like, I don't like throwing stuff away. Okay. I don't know how much of this gonna... If... Okay, so... Let's see what we can do. We're gonna be doubling up on the... Tripling up on the fruit. Yeah, that sounds good. I need to do this recipe at least 4 times. How many... Okay. Take us... Actually... Yeah, I think 3 logs is fine. And we need water. Yes. Now cook for me, whole pineapple in a pot. Oh, heck. I didn't know I could take the water out of it like that. Cook for me! Meanwhile, I'm gonna eat this pizza pocket. Pocket. I guess they are pizza pockets, aren't they? Totinos. Pizza roll, pizza pocket. Pizza pocket. I also got an egg roll here. I got some egg rolls from some brand that was at the store. And honestly, they're okay. A little bit expensive from what they are. And they don't even come with sauce, which is like bad. They're like the frozen egg rolls. Our frozen egg rolls are always supposed to come with sauce. It's just a little frozen sauce packet. But these ones just didn't. Which is, you know, sad. Honestly, I'd have some like sweet and sour sauce or some duck sauce with it, but I don't eat egg rolls enough to like warrant keeping that stuff on hand. I probably should more, though. Egg rolls are good. What was the other thing I needed from... Okay. Just more of that. And while we're doing this, actually, I can cook my stuff, my soybean. It's kind of crazy that this takes an entire barrel's worth of seawater. I really don't care about barrels of water, so I'm just gonna break them. Oh, but I'm out of... Okay, but I can probably do this all with one maple log. I've got 2 minutes. What's my soup doing? Come on, gimme the soup. Oh, look at this. Delicious pineapple, potato, rice. Okay. Okay. I can handle this. Okay, do I need an empty hand? I really hate how much stuff needs to be done with an empty hand. Okay, come on. Or soup. I can put these in my container, though. My orange vessel. Orange for food. It's a food. It's my lunch pail. My delicious, nutritious soups. I often stand on the counter staring straight down into the pot of soup when I cook. Okay. That's one... Okay, quick. I gotta do this quick. Because I think, yeah, this just finished. So, give me... hate this. And, like, it fills up your empty hand. And then it's like, but I need that empty hand to keep... Oh, my God. I really... The vat is a very annoying part of this, of Terra Firma craft, I think. When it comes to, like, just those things. I mean, just, like, putting things into and pulling them out of the vat is the only really annoying part. It's just, it's, like, not, like, super... It's not a big deal. Not that big of a deal, but it's one of those, like, quality of life things. Okay. Alright. We have our 4 tasty soups, and we have our 20 soy mixtures. So I've got to remember to go out and redo. By redo, I mean pick up this stuff, 'cause I just leave it sitting out here like I've done before, it'll go bad. Just laying out in the sun for a couple days while I forget about it, which is generally considered a bad practice to just leave your food sitting in a field for a long time. But you know what? I'm gonna make chocolate. How do I make chocolate again? I keep forgetting. It's cocoa powder, cocoa butter, sweetener, and yeah. And let's go milk a cow. Actually, I need to... Well, I don't think I can milk the cow with the flask while it's still got some in it. I'm gonna try though. I'm gonna try just getting milk directly from the cow, getting more milk. We've got 200 millibuckets in here? Can I just... Oh my god, I didn't know that actually Hi, hello! How can I help you? Did you want the milk? Is that what you wanted? Okay. Let's go find another one for the bucket of milk. Okay, so now I'm gonna go over here. Okay, my soybean mixture is getting rained on, so it's probably not gonna be drying super well. Oh wait, no. What? Bowl has no recipe. What did I? Oh, sweetener. That's right. Again, ignore the rotten wheat. It's just a thing. Don't worry about it. Ugh, it's such a wet slapping sound. No, I want what's in it. That one you have to shift right click. I guess that's from a different mod though, so. I didn't get the solar. There's a solar dryer, and that's not that hard to make. I need to make these, because I'm pretty sure these don't get affected by the rain. And I think they're faster. But I'm also pretty sure I used up all my silver. Which we'll get more of here in a bit. Okay, I was doing steel. What I was doing. Not the hatch, the bus. Okay, we have enough steel to make another machine. So, bender on a 1. And all of these batteries are charged. Wonderful. Okay, yeah, but I can't run those two at the same time, so. Fortunate. I use a Dyson solar and hold on, what? Dyson controller. Dyson controller. Excuse me, hold on. What does this do? Okay. I need more polyethylene, don't I? I always need more polyethylene. I had to jacket some more tin as well. Which I did get the ingots. I just never got around to running them through the wire mill. Okay. Polyethylene? Jesus. How do I get polyethylene again? I always... I have something to do with fuel. Naphtha? Oil? Okay. Oh, naphtha. 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 Give me... Oh, God. I can't remember. I can't remember what it was. I need... Okay. Well, the quest will help me. Because it's... There's ethanol. Oh, we're going this route. Light fuel, naphtha. Steam crack the naphtha. Okay. I don't know how much fuel I need is the thing. I got these oil sands I can centrifuge. Yeah. I don't remember how much I need, though. I could just do enough to fill a drum and go from there. That's actually probably the best idea. I just, like, fill up a drum with it. I don't have any spare. Do I really not have any spare drums? None of you are empty? Yeah. That's a shame. Okay. Did I put some in here? Oh, wait, I got a drum right here. 32. So, if we want 32, we need 16 pieces of oil sand dust. Yeah, we're gonna do a big old batch. Big old batch. And the centrifuge. Are you running out of... What else is running? Where are you? Do you really use up that much power? I thought this thing was getting 30. I guess it is only getting 29, isn't it? Okay, whatever. That's why I got an ungodly amount of batteries. Can't stop me. I got batteries. Oh, it's beautiful watching the centrifuge work. Look at that thing go. Look at it spin. It spins. What's can this even hold? I guess it can just hurt. Like, stupid EMI. Only in these machines, in these UIs. It's gotta be like a bug. I'm glad we get sand out of this too. Really what I was going for. I really need more sand. Which is a lie. We can get infinite sand if you don't know. It's actually not that hard to get sand now. Okay. So after that... Because we're gonna have to turn this into, what, light fuel? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, distilling oil. I'm pretty sure we just go straight to light fuel. Because then light fuel gets made into naphtha. In the distillery, doesn't it? Yeah. Cracked. Hydro cracked. I think hydro cracking... Yeah, hydro cracking the light fuel, I'm pretty sure is the way to go. Because you got this lightly hydro cracked. It turns 40 millibuckets into 32. And there's... I don't know if there's severely... Yeah, severely hydro cracked, but this is worse because it turns 200 into 40. Not 100% sure about that one. I'm pretty sure this is what we want to do. We want to lightly hydro crack it, which is good because I can get rid of some of this stupid hydrogen that I've got lying around. Our our place is kind of filled with hydrogen. Although I don't even know if it's the best. What is it to make naphtha? I guess it does have to be cracked in some capacity, doesn't it? Yeah, you can't just directly convert. Um, but you can make sulfuric naphtha. I think this might be what it is. You can take the oil and convert it directly into sulfuric naphtha. I'm pretty sure we get... Which kind of oil? I think it's just the normal oil. Yeah, just normal oil. And then... I think sulfuric naphtha might be the right way. Because this goes in from 50 millibuckets into 20 millibuckets. And then that gets 1-to-1 with naphtha. But if we go the light fuel route... The issue is lightly hydrocracking it already cuts it by 50%. And then when that gets turned into naphtha, I think it loses the rest of the amount. So it probably is better to just go sulfuric naphtha. And then mix it with hydrogen sulfide. I got hydrogen sulfide lying around. It's right here. Okay, we'll do that then. Sulfuric naphtha. Okay, put in this distillery on a 3. Grab my battery that I had. I'd like to process all of this, but I think I'm out of stuff. I think I'm out of barrels, drums. I feel like I had so many more drums last I checked, but you know, we've been using them for a lot of things. I guess I'll go make another one. Do I have gold? Oh yeah, I've got gold. This turns it into not even a question of if we should make more drums. I'm making more drums. Yeah, no, it's really easy to make drums out of gold, and we have just I'll be real with you. Too much gold. We have too much gold. Come on. Can I make these in the assembler? I can. Okay. Come on. Let's get some more. We're bending in here. Uh, Bam, bam. Put it on a 2. Give me that drum. How's my distillery going? How are you doing over here, buddy? Not that good. No. I'm doing okay. Okay. Where's my drum? Give me my drum. And I'm gonna turn this back on so we can keep charging. Actually, did this thing I feel like I didn't grab the batteries out of this. I did not. That's good, because we'll have more to charge. Soon, what was I doing this for? This is for polyethylene, isn't it? I guess that makes sense. I would need polyethylene. The issue is, it does only do this like 50 at a time. So it does take a long time for it to process this amount of oil. This is only a quarter of the oil we're processing as well, so yeah, this one might take a bit. I could make more aluminum while we're waiting. I've got the 4 charged batteries. I'll make some aluminum. It's ooh, running low on nitrogen again, aren't we? Do I have anything with nitrogen currently in it? You've got some nitrogen. Nitrogen. We're gonna make up some more aluminum. It's gonna be great. I'll pull the oxygen out of this thing. Nitrogen. Swap these out for some aluminum. Off we go. I think that'll make 5 aluminum ingots because it still has the 1 steel ingot it has to work through in the queue. Ooh. Spicy. I know I have more batteries. I got more batteries around here somewhere. They're shoved in one of these machines. Oh, I forgot about you. Where did I put that battery? No, I had more batteries. Really? Did I? Maybe I got them all out. Okay. Unless there are batteries in here. Or here. Or even here. Nope. Ah, out of power. Wah, wah, wah. Out of power. These machines. Just not gonna... this is gonna be... That's okay. I'm fine. Okay. Yeah, it's doing fine. Yeah, aluminum. Okay, so put on some. Yeah, let's go. I got lost in the sauce for a second. I was sitting there just listening to the music. Vibing out. Who loves to vibe out? I love to vibe out. Doesn't everyone, though? Okay, the power again. We're just playing a little carousel with these batteries. We're just flipping them, swapping. Got that drip and that drop. What if I put a medium voltage battery in these things? Would they explode? I'm not gonna test that. Like it's like hooking a car battery up to a TV remote or something. Pretty sure that breaks. Oh me oh my oh. Alright, how's our aluminum going? Steel ingot 5 aluminum. And that does give me more batteries to play around with. I've got a lot of batteries. Oh, I keep forgetting to put the new batteries in here. Really detrimental to what I'm doing, honestly. Yeah, distillery. Ooh. This one doesn't do anything super cool though, right? Like the animations, I mean, it's just got this little progressive light texture, which I'm not really sure why it goes from green to red. You'd think it would like go the other way around, like it starts off red, but what do I know? More batteries. God, we're like so close to the point where I don't have to do stuff like this anymore. Or, well, we're relatively close to the point where I don't have to do stuff like this anymore. After we get like all this polyethylene made up, I think we'll be able to make all the machines we need to set up the area over there. I might take a I might take the turbocharger over to the new area and have it get charged off of. Oh, we don't have a whole lot of power to spare. I don't know. We'll see. It's all lots of things to consider. A lot of moving parts going on in this. Most of it's just me being not wanting to do anything else while I'm waiting on stuff, I guess. I really should start doing more building. I haven't gotten a full idea on what I want that main building, like exactly how I want it designed. I got the rhyolite, the smoothed rhyolite, and the chestnut slabs, and it looks okay, but I'm also like not 100% in love with it or anything. I'm kind of trying to see if there's other things I can come up with. I think we're like coming along okay though. Actually, I could put like the upper layer could just be like glass windows and everything. Fun. Yeah. Be cool. I'll think about that. We'll consider it. All right. Oil, pog. I love oil. All right. I'm going to swap out this battery and then I'm probably going to go find something else to stare at for a little bit. I don't want to leave this thing and then the battery just drains immediately. Okay, battery empty. I could have grabbed the other well, no, it would have taken even more time to charge. Okay. So like, see, this is what I'm talking about though. Out here, I I think it's coming along all right. It's definitely coming along. Didn't I have more? I do have more chestnut slabs. Why don't I place that while I'm over here? We're so close. We're so close to getting that pyrrelease oven working. Like practically. Practically. Basically, we're essentially we can always do like consider ourselves. See, I think this is looking fine. I think it'll especially look fine for the um I think once we get more done over here, it'll start looking a lot better. It's like I'm thinking we have like the bottom layers like this. I'll probably go up a couple more blocks. Like 5 would probably be good because then we have like the top 5th layer be like the floor to the next layer, and then have on top of that maybe more um yeah, I don't want to. The thing is, I do want it to be. Maybe I do make it a little bit taller, before branching out, because I don't want to obstruct the view of the statue. Because the statue actually looks really nice. It's actually really neat looking. I really like the way that statue came out. Maybe not with the limestone as much, because it's kind of hard to tell the distinction between like the legs and the pedestal. But I think that's fine. We could definitely be contrasting better on that, but I don't think anybody minds. Speaking of minding, let's do you. Okay, we need oil. This song always reminds me of, if you've ever watched Rick and Morty. There's the episode where they get put in the simulation and Jerry is being given like the low level simulation, and it's like, now here's human music. But only the start of that song. Okay. See, now we have like other mods in this that would give us more, because they actually have it listed here in the primitive aid. Um, but like all the etched stuff is actually like low key pretty good, pretty fun too. But um, for some reason, etched it only lets you do stuff from like, you can stream stuff from like not Spotify, SoundCloud, but it's like, that's it. You can't stream from like local files. A little weird. I guess it kind of makes sense because like it'd be a little bit more weird to have a Minecraft mod that what? Breakification. Really cool. Aggregate. Okay. Anyways, so like it would be weird to have the mod do that, but like you could just like put the files in the folder with the mod. It's not that complicated. Or in like a special folder in your .minecraft. I don't know. I guess it's different depending on how you interact with Minecraft. I mean, I guess if you're doing it, how do people play mod packs if they don't have like Prism Launcher? Because like that's the thing, right? Like if you have Prism Launcher, it's pretty easy to get into your files. Like right click on it and click go to folder. It wouldn't be that hard to like transfer music over there, but like I could see an argument being made that like some people uh don't use Prism Launcher and it's harder to do it that way, which like I mean realistically it's not that much more difficult, but I could see that argument being made for why you wouldn't do something like that. But also at the same time, like how are you playing modded Minecraft without like Prism or like another launcher? I don't know why you would bother with that, especially if you're doing like mod packs. Since you can just like get mod pack managers, 'cause it's kind of like the same thing. Okay, I guess it isn't exactly the same thing, but if you're a fan of Bethesda games, the best way to like, or maybe not the best way, but like the standard way to mod Bethesda games today is still to use a mod manager like Vortex, which is put up by Nexus. And honestly, I really don't like Vortex. Like, I really don't like a lot of things about Vortex. I think the layout's kind of bad. I think it can get overly confusing for no reason a lot of times. I mean, the issue is like modding Bethesda games is definitely more difficult than modding some other games, which is like kind of dumb. It's like I don't know why it would why like why do you guys gotta make this why you gotta go and make this all complicated and stuff? Which it's crazy because like Bethesda is known. I think the thing is like Bethesda games tend to just not be very well written to begin with. What I'm really like complaining about is like Skyrim because you have to like download the Skyrim script extender, and it's one of those things kind of like Forge. I think Forge went in this way, which is why people have been kind of switching to Fabric. It's one of those things where the people who make the thing are like, whoa, we don't want like automated systems doing stuff with our thing. We you have to come to our website to download this thing, and it's like, okay, sure. I'm using ad blocker anyway, so you're not getting money out of me regardless. Like I don't know. But I don't know what the deal is with Skyrim script extender, to be honest. It's always been a bit of an enigma to me. I've never fully understood how that dang thing works. I somehow managed to get it installed whenever I play modded Skyrim, and then immediately forget how to reinstall it for the next time I'm gonna play modded Skyrim. So, which means speaking of Skyrim, I heard that Oblivion remaster came out. I've been hearing well, not really anything good about it. I'll be real. That the Oblivion remaster, I've heard people who are like excited because just flat out Oblivion remaster, that's pretty cool on like by itself, right? But then like I've not heard anybody say anything like good as in like wow, this is such a great game, that's such a good thing. It's like half of what I hear is like, oh yeah, they left in a lot of the crazy bugs, which is good. I do think that's a good part because like you have to with a game like Oblivion, you really do want to be like loyal to the original experience, and like a lot of the weird bugs were kind of part of the charm of the game. But I heard somebody complaining about how it just doesn't run very well, which I could see being an issue. I've heard some people saying like I heard this one person talking about how he had like this thing where the um in combat it would like bug out and like it would be like his inputs would get like delayed. Is I don't know if it was I don't know what their pronouns are, but or what their gender is at all. But the they said that they had issues with it like kind of having like input lag and like delay, and like the inputs would get like massively delayed to the point where like you couldn't even really like fight in combat if it happened while it was in combat, and they said that was very frustrating. I'm not gonna buy the game anyways unless it goes on sale for a really low price. Like there's no way I'm buying that remake unless it drops below $20. I feel like $20 is like the line for me for a lot of games. Like I still want to play Starfield, but that hasn't gone below $20 yet, so I don't played it. Now I know that Starfield is a bad game, from what everyone's been saying, but you know, I think that if you're somebody who's a fan of Bethesda games, I feel like a lot of the common complaints about like games just aren't as big of an issue for you because like pretty much all Bethesda games have been some level of jank, and that's like part of the charm. But like I want to try Starfield because I want to play it for myself. I want to see if it's as bad as everyone says. But of course, I'm not going to pay full price for a game just to see if it's bad or not. Like, that'd be crazy. But I would like to purchase it if it ever goes on sale for like less than 20. Which, like I said, same thing with like the Oblivion remaster. I mean, I own Oblivion. You can buy the original Oblivion with all the DLC for like I think its base price is $20. But like I'm pretty sure that it goes on sale all the time for like $5. Like you can pick up the old Oblivion. The only bad thing about the old Oblivion is the menuing is terrible, which I've heard is like one of the great things about the remake is that they fixed that, which is really nice. But then again, I guess you could just mod base Oblivion and get the same experience for less money. Which like, oh hello there, kitty cat. Hi, how are you? Okay, I'm being. Hello. Are you gonna come over here, or are you gonna stand in front of the keyboard? You just like standing there. Are you worried? What are you worried about? I'll move the little mouse or the keyboard wrist rest. Come here. Come here. She's I don't know what she's all about. She likes to stand in the way and then like sit and wait for something. I'm not 100% sure. It's not pets, I don't think. Because like if I start trying to pet her like this, it's pets. It just would be nice if you weren't standing under my microphone. Ugh, such a little baby. She sleeps in the I got my because it was warming up. It actually cooled off a lot, which is the weather's really wild right now because like we had long winter and then intense like a pretty intense heat wave for a little bit. And now we're back to spring. It's very confusing. It's almost May and it feels like we're in springtime right now. Oh, 1 second. Oh god, I get to talking and then I don't even notice how dry my throat gets. Mm, okay. I mean, I have a drink here with me. The cat's licking my plate. She's licking the Totino's pizza roll juice off of the plate, as is her right as an American. She's really enjoying that, actually. I don't think there's anything bad in. Well, I mean, like, I think anything bad in a Tostino pizza roll is probably bad for me, too. So, and I'm the one eating them. But I think the cat will be fine. The cat can have a little bit of grease off of the bottom of a plate, right? Oh, she definitely loves it. As a snack, you know? Put that in there. We'll get like a couple more pieces. Okay, did I get... Okay, good, because we needed 12 buckets worth. I think we already had some. Wait, no, I don't. Okay. Anyways, we did need those 12 buckets worth. Because... Okay, was that all you came over here for? Was it just the licking the plate? Where are you going now? What you gonna do now, baby? Okay, she's she's upset that I've acknowledged her existence. She's very, very much not happy about me doing that. Okay, so the sulfuric naphtha that we just made. Um, naphtha. Okay, we just add 2 hydrogen, and then is this some hydrogen sulfide? Okay. Um, there's a lot of junk in this thing though. Oh god, what is it to make the cells again? I think it's just one per iron plate. Yeah. It does suck that we can't get more. Like, it'll be really nice once we get to, like, whatever this is. And can make a lot of those. But for now, I guess we just bend. And then what is it? On a... 12. Ooh. Okay. Um... 12. I'm gonna reset that because I know it's gonna mess me up later. Okay, and then this can be turned into a universal cell, which then can be used to get this sodium persulfate. Because I know we need to store this for a bit. We'll need that later, but not now. Saw my bitrate dropped there for a little bit. That's okay. It didn't drop too low though. Okay. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Nope, I'm going down again. I'm out. All right, I'm back. I took a little break to do some little stretchies. Um, Okay. At the risk of it happening again, I think we're back. This was not working the entire time. I should have had this on. Um, I think I'm back. Oh yeah, there's all the Twitch chats come in immediately and then went away. Hi, it looks like I'm back now. I'm really sorry that that happened, guys. I I was mentioning in the chat, if you guys weren't able to view it, um, I called my ISP about this, and they were supposed to send out a technician at the they're supposed to send them out like yesterday, but then they never showed up. And I didn't get any like calls or anything about it, so I'm gonna have to go back and like I'm gonna have to call them back and complain about this because this is annoying and unacceptable. So I'll have to work on that once stream's done. But hey, we've it looks like we're back now. We're fingers crossed that nothing else happened throughout stream. That was the first time it's happened really bad throughout stream though. I have dropped a few other frames. I've dropped frames a little bit at other parts of the stream today, but not a whole lot. I'd only ever dropped like maybe a couple hundred frames, which is like a second or two. Um Today, but that was the longest time. That was the longest time that that's been happening for a while. Like I don't it's very rare that we ever have those problems last longer than like a minute. But man, that sucks. I really have to get onto my ISP about this stuff. This is it keeps getting worse too. Oh man. Um so let's see. I need What was I even doing? What was I doing before this happened? Oh, well, it is 2 hours in. Hey, so we got a couple more viewers right now. I'm really thankful to everybody who stuck around, especially through that period, that issues with the internet. Really happy. Thank you all for joining me here. If you're new here, we are going to be going for another 2 hours, so we can go for our full 4 hours that we normally do. If there's anyone watching who hasn't already been following, make sure you hit that follow button. You can be our 20th follower, which would be very exciting. And it really does help out the channel, and you get to see whenever I go live. Okay, I know what I was doing. I need a transformer. Transformers, robots in disguise. Transformers, more than meets the eye. Transformers, the series that's known for being kind of a silly concept made to sell toys, that actually has a like ridiculous lore to it. I never was one of the people that got like super duper into like Transformers lore, but I've heard about it. I've read about it a little bit, and there's some pretty crazy stuff that goes on. If I recall correctly, most of it's like, yeah, kind of stock standard sci-fi stuff. Sci-fi stuff's always fun. I've been having fun. Let's see. It would be fun to talk about. It would be fun to talk about. Okay. So I've been doing some fun stuff recently. Double check. Yeah. I have been doing some fun stuff recently that so my town had there was a flyer that I saw. It was at the local grocery store, which is where everybody posts their neat little local stuff. That's where they post like there's a potluck, there's a fundraiser, there's a dog missing. That one happens a lot. So that's where people post everything. It's like the town forum almost, like it's the notice board, you know. You can go up to and get a quest from the notice board in town, and it has all these things listed. So I saw a notice up that was asking for like science fiction writers, and I was curious about this because I honestly I would like to maybe do some stuff and maybe become a writer someday. That's always been like kind of like a long time dream of mine is to be like a professional writer. I think that'd be pretty cool. Um, so I talked to these people. I contacted these people, and um, okay, naphtha. Hold on one second. What do I do with this? I think I have to crack it, don't I? I think I severely steam crack it. Hold on. It's in the medium voltage. Yeah, best way is to steam crack naphtha in the chemical reactor. Be sure to make severely steam cracked. Steam cracked. Severely. Put it on a 3. Okay. So let me take... Do I have a thing of sulfuric naphtha? I don't. I actually just have a normal thing of naphtha. Okay. Really? Hold on. I promise I'll get to the story eventually. I just want to make sure. I do need more steam for this, though, because this is not going to be enough steam. Okay. So I talked to these people um for the sci-fi writing gig or whatever. And I kind of got um like it ended up being basically what I had kind of figured it was going to be. Um it's writing for like a comic book essentially. There's this guy who wants to make a comic book and he wants people to help him out with that, and he's mostly an artist and he needs writers and stuff and like other people. How do I get out of this? Oh, wait, I can crawl. I'll just crawl. Um so he wants help with this book, with this comic book, and I'm not going to talk a whole lot about like the specific stories. First of all, because the guy made me sign an NDA, which I kind of found kind of funny because I'm fairly certain that it's not legally binding in the slightest. Like you can't just like hand a person a piece of paper that says NDA and have them sign it and that count as like a legally binding thing. You have to get it like notarized and stuff. It doesn't really matter. There's not even like a spot on the document for like witnesses, even though technically there were witnesses, which I like. I don't think it would hold up in a court of law. It doesn't matter anyways, because like the only thing is like this guy just doesn't want me going around talking about his story, because I guess like the main thing is probably like, you know, selling it to other people. um and it's like it's whatever. I'm not really offended by the NDA. I just find it kind of interesting because I'm fairly certain it like actually doesn't mean anything legally. um but so I'm not gonna go too deep into the details about this story. But I'll be real with you. There's a good reason why this person was asking for writers, and part of it's because like this story is a little incomprehensible would probably be the best way to put it. It's definitely a work of passion, and I know it kind of sounds like I'm talking down about the whole project a bit, but I want it to be known that I that's not how I feel. I'm having a lot of fun working on this project. Um, it's an interesting cast of people who I've been working with, which is part of the reason why it's been so much fun. Uh, but we've been mostly just like spitballing like stuff for the various things, and it's like I said, the person who is... Hold on. Okay. Hold on. I'll put... Okay. Chemical reactor. Here you go. There you go, buddy. Okay. Um... Like, a lot of the story that's kind of been thought up already is, like... So here's the thing. The artist is a really good artist, too, by the way. Like, he showed me some of his art, and, like, his anatomy stuff is pretty good. Like, I think one of the other people that was there when I mentioned this, they pointed out that like, well, it's not really realistic for like, you know, like actual human bodies, but like, I mean, first of all, these guys are like aliens anyway, so I don't think it really matters all that much. but like it looks good. Like the poses and everything for the anatomy is really good. I think that's like the main point, main part is like getting posing for anatomy is so hard to do. And like a lot of the guys like art is really good. Like it flows properly, right? Like you see these characters move on the page and it feels natural, right? So he's a pretty talented artist, but like I there's like four people in this group including myself, and one of the other people in the group seems to be decently well read on quite a few things. But I'm pretty sure I'm the most well read in the group, because like I'm constantly like making suggestions on like, oh, we could do something like this, which is really just me like ripping from other sources. Not like ripping, but like um because like I say sources, but I'm talking about like stuff like vague conceptual, like philosophical and like scientific ideas, right? Um and it's been really fun. It's been really fun doing that kind of stuff. I'm not used to one of the things I'm not used to is like half the time when I say something to this group, they all pull out their phones and start like looking up what I just said. Not asking me though, half the time. I think they've gotten better at asking me. Like people have been asking me questions directly more, which admittedly does make me feel a little bit better than them just pulling out their phones and looking up what I just said. But whatever. um Hold on. Liquid polyethylene. Did I have? Okay. I thought I had another thing of that. Okay, hold on. What do I do with this? I distill it into ethylene, right? Yeah. Put it on an 11 in the distillery. Can do. But like, so I've a lot of the reasoning behind why I'm like a lot of the reasoning behind why I've been like why I like I'm drawing on a lot of pre experience when I'm like helping out these people. Um, Mostly because I mentioned before I used to do some I've done D&D stuff before. I've done quite a bit of like D&D DMing and world building and stuff for D&D. I'm also very I consider myself to be pretty well read when it comes to fantasy and sci-fi as a genre in general. Um, I don't know if these count as much anymore because most of this happened over a decade ago, but I can count the number of books I've read in the hundreds. I lose count once I get into the hundreds. That's because I used to be really into like reading these long series that have like, 10, 12 books in them. So that's a big portion of my reading. My the books I've read come from like large series like that. Uh let's see. I'm trying to. There's a point I'm trying to get to. I'm just giving you guys like the backstory. You guys got to have the in depth of what has been going on in order to appreciate the full story. I don't even know if it's. I don't even know if you do though. I honestly don't think any amount of context actually makes what comes next make all that much sense. Okay, listen. So there's this one person who is in the group. It's a younger woman. I have no idea, absolutely not the foggiest idea how old this woman is. I just know she is probably younger than me. Which even then, I'm not sure by how much though. So she's in college. She's a good artist, and has been helping out a little bit with like storyboarding and everything. Um, but like, man, I want I want to drive home. I want to drive home the fact that like I'm going to be talking about these people as and like I think why I'm taking so much time to preface this because I think people would think I'm being like mean to these people, but I want you guys to know this is not coming from a place of malice. I do genuinely have fun with this group. Um, but like everyone in the group, probably including myself, I will include myself in this statistic. But pretty much everyone in the group, there's definitely something like going on with them. Like I'm pretty sure the main guy, I don't know what kind of thing he has. I think he might have some sort of social anxiety. I think everyone in the group actually has some sort of social anxiety. I wouldn't say that I do. Not to a high enough to, I mean, like, can't have a huge amount if you're going to be streaming, I guess. But like, there, a lot of them are like socially anxious and hold on, did I need oxygen. And like it's I low key I feel bad for them a little bit because they can't like they're the kind of people who like you can tell they're used to like other people being like mean to them uh in some way, right? Like you guys, I'm sure you guys know how society treats people who are a little bit awkward. But like they keep apologizing for it. And it's like I'm kind of just like, you don't have to apologize to me. I get it. I don't mind. I don't mind if you're a little socially awkward, it doesn't matter. It's fine. I'm not gonna be mean to you just because you make a slight faux pas. Um so there's the one woman in the group who has been um she's in college and I don't know. I will be very mean to everyone for the slightest mistake. I mean, it's one of those things like it's the thing where like I can tell that these people are like partially the way that they are only just because society is really mean to people. So that's why I'm kind of going out of my way to like say that I'm not trying to make fun of these people. I'm really trying not to because like that's really mean. But like I'm just explaining like this is what this group of people is like. And the one woman, I like I said, I'm not exactly sure how old she is. I think she's like early to mid 20s because I know she's in college, but that doesn't mean a whole lot because there's a chance that she like didn't go to college immediately out of high school and waited a few years and went back to college because that's actually what I did. So the range is like anywhere between like early to late 20s, which is like a decade worth. Like that's a long time, especially when you're so young, you know. It changes dynamics and whatnot. But that doesn't really matter because she she's been talking about how I know she has a partner, right? She asks me um if I would like to join them for D&D sometime. And I'm like, maybe. I'm not the kind of person who will commit to a yes for playing D&D just when anyone comes up and like cuz like I know what it's like playing D&D and like I'm willing to give a maybe because it's like yeah, I would like to play D&D, but I don't know what kind of group is going to be at this table, so I'm reserving the right to back out of this whenever I can. And like I've been kind of saying, I don't mind this woman. I think she's actually fairly fun to be around. Um she's at least not mean, which is, always a positive. But then she starts talking about this partner of hers. She keeps talking about how like the running joke is that she picked him up at the flea market because I guess they met at the local flea market and started dating shortly thereafter or something. I don't ask questions about that kind of stuff. Um so and whatever. It's whatever. Um but she mentions how when she was running a game with some other people, with like I think it was a friend of hers. I'll be real, I didn't keep track very good track of like what was going on in this story, but it sounded like she and a friend of hers were in a game together with the boyfriend, and she she mentions that because this is kind of like coming off as like a um oh god, this is coming off as like almost like a pre-warning, which is always a really bad indication, right? Like if you're inviting somebody to like to do something, but you have to like pre-warn them about your partner uh and stuff with them is already, as we say in the business, a little bit of a red flag. Not gonna lie. So that's where we're starting with this. She's mentioning that um she says something about like, oh yeah, oh before I my partner, he's one of those types of people that really likes to try and break the game when he's playing and everything. And of course, me in my mind, I'm just going, oh god, not this again. Because I've dealt with people like that. Now, like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy power gaming. That is a fun thing that I really enjoy. I really love me some power gaming. I'll be real with you. I also love to sit down with pen and paper and try and make the most like optimized character possible, and like sit there and mull over builds. That's my favorite thing to do in like really in any game at all. But D&D is no exception to that, right? So I have nothing against power gaming in general in the abstract. The issue is everybody that I've not everybody. Most of the people that I've met that are really into power gaming don't seem to understand that like D&D is a kind of game where you're not the main character. You're not the only main character. You know how like there's that thing like with literary analysis and stuff where like, there you can have more than one protagonist, right? That's perfectly legal and something that you can do. Like a lot of stories have multiple protagonists. But like that's something that like I think gets kind of missed a lot of times. People seem to think that a story can only really have like one protagonist, or that a story okay, gold, I'm gonna go make a bunch of these gold pipes. Or that like people seem to think that the protagonist is like just a single character thing. But no. D&D is one of those games where like everybody is a main character. All the players are main characters, and the DM is playing all the other characters. The DM also needs to have fun too, though. I think that's a big thing people forget. So like I've encountered these people who play D&D and they really like doing that power gaming stuff, but like they seem to forget that like they're not the only player at the table. And so they they will power game to the detriment of everyone else, right? They will power game, and then like if their power game fantasy isn't getting satisfied, they will complain about how they're not getting their power fantasy satisfied, even if it's like to the detriment of other players. And that's where I draw the line. If you're going out of your way, and like if you're getting upset because your character's like little power fantasy isn't getting satisfied, and um and all that, and you're starting to like affect the rest of the players, that's bad. You shouldn't be doing that. Everybody at the table should be having fun, not just you. So that's what I'm worried that this guy is probably going to be one of those kind of power gamers that just like, it's like, why else would this person warn me about their partner ahead of time if this wasn't an issue in the past, right? And of course, they give me extra information on this on something they were doing where this was an issue in the past, right? So she tells me about how she tells me about how it was her partner, and like two other friends. I think it was one of them was her friend, and then one of the other ones was her partner's friend, right? and she's talking about how um oh yeah, there was this time I was playing, and my partner and I and my friend didn't like playing. They dropped out of they quit playing the campaign because they didn't like how my partner and his friend were getting like really sexual and everything. And I'm like, huh. Now, I'm not the kind of person who's going to like say you should absolutely not have any sort of adult flavored content in D&D. Most of us when we play D&D we're all adults here. We're all adults at the table, and having stuff like that at a session, it, as long as it doesn't get too bad, it's fine, as long as everybody at the table's comfortable with it. But like, I've definitely known people who like take it too far and are like basically spending the whole time at the table just like flirting with somebody else, which can get really awkward and uncomfortable for everyone involved. But it's one of those things where like, as far as I can tell, I think there's like a good chance that the friend in question was a same-sex friend, because I the name that they use, I won't repeat it just for whatever privacy reasons, but the name was like a gender neutral name, so it could have gone either way. And I'm not saying this to say like there's anything like wrong if it was the same sex friend. um Nothing wrong with liking whatever you like, but I've noticed there's this thing that happens a lot, and I've this has happened at like multiple D&D tables with that I've been at. Right, this is not the first time this kind of thing has happened, so I've got like multiple data points on this. Like, if I had a nickel for every time that this happened, I've noticed there's this thing that happens where you'll be at a D&D table and there'll be a guy there who's brought his partner along, and like, it almost feels like the partner was brought along as like an obligation, like, to the partner, right? Like, the other person or the partner was like, oh, I'd like to play D&D with you guys, that sounds like a lot of fun, I'd like to join in and have fun with you guys, which really wholesome, really sweet, right? But then like a lot of times, ooh, I left tofu out here, that's okay. um a lot of times you'll end up with the guy kind of ignoring his partner the whole time, and in all honesty, to like flirt with one of the other guys at the table who's like his best friend. Like, this has happened to me multiple times at multiple tables. Has this been a thing? And like I said, I don't care either way what you like, but it's a little bit weird when your like partner is right here and you're spending so much time like low key flirting with your best friend. So I'm like kind of wondering if that was part of the situation that was happening there. And honestly, part of me is just here like, man, I really feel like it is a bad idea for me to get tangled up in whatever is going on here. This sounds like this just sounds like a big ol' like, you guys have something you need to figure out, and I don't know if I want to be a part of it. Kind of deal. Which is really sad because, like I said, the woman in question is a very sweet person. But I also wouldn't be surprised if that relationship was a little one sided, as they sometimes are. Okay, I need bricks. I need my andesite bricks. Brick, brick, brick. But yeah, so that's what's been going on with me. I've been it's been a lot of fun though. It's fun hanging out and like shooting different ideas around and talking about stuff. God. Oh boy. What have I gotten myself into this week, chat? What is going on with Samson? What kind of crazy hijinks has he gotten into this week? You'll never know with me, because I get into all sorts of crazy stuff. It's actually probably one of the more, but I say like probably one of the more mild things. I mean, it is in the grand scheme of things. It's not like anything that's going on is like really all that interesting. But um, but the gossip, the gossip, you can't pass it up. Oh wait, I need hold on. Output hatch. Yeah. So how much gas does this thing make? Pyro lease. Uh it only makes one bucket. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm gonna use tiny pipes for this. We don't need actually, we didn't really need a tiny pipe. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna make some tiny pipes too. I make a stack of tiny pipes. I don't think I actually needed tiny pipes for part of that. I know, or small pipes. I know that that main pipe is going to be carrying most of the gas, and I think, ooh, actually 50 liters per tick might not be enough, but we can always fix it later. Um, let's do a stack of tiny pipes, which I'm pretty sure is just the same. Gold pipe. Yeah. Thought I was making normal pipes with that first thing. I should make some normal pipes. 150 liters per tick is definitely going to be enough for our purposes. Was it? It was plate, right? Plate, yeah. I do really want an extruder at some point. But it doesn't really do much until MV. I want an extruder once we get to MV. I really want an extruder because it'll make stuff like this so much easier and faster. Okay. Um, what else was there was another thing that happened. Hold on. I'm trying to remember what else happened this week. Oh, there's some crazy stuff going on with my neighbors. I don't uh I don't know exactly what's going on with them. I don't know how much this is really like gossiping this is like high tier gossip right here. Um they when I was like doing my laundry, because my laundry room is attached to the house, so I have to go outside to do laundry to fill up the thing. And I was also checking the mail and feeding the birds and everything, doing my little outside chores. Um, the neighbor's just like in her yard on the phone having a fairly loud conversation with somebody, and I didn't hear a whole lot about what's going on with them, although the words child neglect and DCS got brought up, which if you don't know, so in America all the different states have different acronyms for this kind of stuff because they all handle this on a state by state basis. But DCS is the Department of Child Services. So, and let me tell you, those neighbors, they do certainly have a lot of children over there. I don't stick my nose into my neighbor's business too much, although I am nosy to some degree. Hey Pero, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I think we're about to turn on the Pyrolyse oven. Uh pretty soon. I'm just making some pipes to pipe the gas to it. But yeah, so my neighbors seems like there's some interesting stuff going on. I don't I'm worried because like the main neighbor I have over there is this one woman who has like I'll be real with you, I have no idea how many kids she has. And I hope she's okay because you know, y'all know how it is. But yeah, it's been pretty fun. Look, it's not my fault interesting stuff happens around me all the time. I'm just built different or something. I don't know. There's there hasn't been a whole lot of other stuff. I don't know. What was the I did talk to my family recently, but I'm not going to talk about that too much. There's just there's always something crazy going on with my family. Um okay, pipes. So I got a fact I need to share and I've been going crazy. Okay, sure. We love sharing facts here. It's probably one of the main things we do. A hammer. And I need a saw. 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 CIA fake vampire attacks in the Philippines to disable the current government? Yeah, I heard about that. I think I heard about that. Uh I don't remember. Yeah, in the 1950s. That's what I thought. I had heard that they did something like that. Dude, the CIA has done a lot of weird stuff over the years. It's a very fascinating thing to study if you're interested is looking up what the CIA got up to in the past, and it is some wild stories about what the CIA did. Not even just to other countries too. We did a lot of weird stuff here in America to our own citizens. But yeah, the CIA, it's really crazy that um the CIA has been kind of want there we go. It's kind of crazy that the CIA honestly doesn't have a worse reputation considering the stuff they did, especially in the past, but who knows. The thing is, we talk about how like crazy it is that the CIA did this kind of stuff. The thing is though, most of these stories about the CIA doing something wild are stories that we know because the documents get declassified later on. So like really there's no telling what they could have been, that what they're doing like right now, that we're going to learn like 50 years in the future, and it's going to be all like, wow, that was wild. That was crazy that they let that happen. That was a wild thing to do. All right, I guess I don't need this battery buffer here, do I? I guess I could probably just hook up a proper. Is the transformer? Hold on 1 second. Transform down into 4 amps. Okay, so I do need 4 amp cable, 4x tin cable. Okay, let's go make that. They found that the Filipino people were really superstitious. They flew drones over crowded areas that were helping the rebels, who were a major power at the time. They made the drones say curses in the native tongue and claim they were gods. That's really funny. I get okay. What is? Hold on. I got information was just passed to me, handed to me. Oh my god. Okay, that's fair. That's fine. Basically, he said, if you keep helping the rebels, you'll be cursed. Yeah, they've. I feel like they've done. I feel like they've done things like that. Yeah, stuff like that, especially in countries that are I mean, this was like the 1950s in the first place, but in countries that like are more superstitious like that, it does work really well. I wouldn't be surprised if stuff like that would work on Americans too. Not like that exactly, but like I there's definitely things that you could do to Americans that would cause them to act the same way. It's kind of easy to take advantage of that kind of stuff. Put that in there. Um, that's crazy though. Let's see. Okay, go put some stuff up. Yeah, I mean, there's just all those other stuff that there's so many other crazy things that have been happening with the CIA. I know one of the things. This one's kind of this one's fairly popular. I think a lot of people probably have heard this one before. But there was the time they tried to like put radios in cats and use them to spy on, I think it was the Russians. Um, oh, that's crazy. That's actually fairly that's a lot more sophisticated than what I've heard a lot of their other operations end up being like. Maybe that's why they do so many crazy things, is because they did it once in the Philippines and it worked. What was I gonna put in here? It's these ashes. Yeah, ashes. Ah, there were ashes in. Let's see. What was I need to check, make sure that's going. I think I have everything I needed. I just need a little bucket of methane, I think. I'm trying to mentally. Oh, that's right. I needed the 4x cable. There's 2 tin ingots on in a wire mill. Yeah, they were trying to put a radio in a cat. It didn't work out super well because turns out, well, first of all, it's kind of hard to like fully like convince a cat to go anywhere. But also because like turns out it's pretty hard to put an antenna in a cat. The vampire attack was on a fortified rebel camp on the mountain. They spread rumors of a being which wasn't exactly a vampire but acted like one. Yeah, it's probably some kind of like local myth that's just very close to vampires. A lot of cultures had something like that. Okay, hopefully it makes it through this. Yeah, it should. While you're telling that story, there was one. Oh God, what was it? Heck, I had it a second ago and I forgot it. I was thinking about like the Strigoi from like Eastern European myth. There was something about that that had something to do with a um oh, that's crazy. That's a very intricate plot. You know, maybe I didn't need to do that. Maybe I should have just used the copper cables. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go get some methane. I mean, I would leave too. Could you imagine if like okay, especially if you're in the time period where there's no internet or anything, and there's a bunch of rumors going about that there are vampires in the jungle. Jungle, I don't know. The Philippines is a lot of jungle, so but I don't know if that place was jungle or not. I can't say for sure. But like, could you imagine if they were saying like, "Oh, there's a vampire out there," and then like one of your guys disappears and comes back with like drained of blood with like a couple holes in his neck? Like, I I'd leave too. I ain't messing around with a vampire. It's crazy. Okay, so if I plug this all in, this should work and not blow up. Okay. Okay. Well, it didn't blow up, so that's good. What did I... What's wrong? I probably don't have a number set or something. Let's see. Yeah, it has to be set on a 9. There we go. Okay, is it... this is not able to keep up, though. Wait? No, yeah, it's not. Okay. Yeah, I think it's because of... Well, actually, I mean, this seems to be working just fine. Yeah, this seems to be fine. I don't know why that top energy hatch is completely drained, but... What if I jump in front of this? Okay, it doesn't hurt me. Okay, let me read what you were saying, though. Situation is either there's a supernatural being in the mountains and killing your friends, or someone in the mountains killing your friends, making you look like a vampire attack, and I don't know which one could be worse. You know, true. Even if it is just a lie, like, the fact that they were able to pull that off is pretty scary by itself. Okay, wood tar. Do I have to put this on something? On a 3, and it gets turned into benzene. Okay, so can I run both at the same time? Okay. Alright, so far this is working out pretty good. I think I need to output... Why aren't you working now? Is it because the power's drained? Is it because the power's drained? Why aren't you working? Okay. Alright, that didn't turn it on. US installed Puppet as head of government? Yeah, it's pretty standard procedure. Do that pretty often. That's probably why. Okay. So this needs to automatically output. There we go. Okay. Let's see if this is going to be able to do everything I want it. They didn't let him do literally anything. He couldn't even write his own speeches or policies. Yeah. I think I remember hearing about that when, interestingly enough, well, okay, I guess I can't speak one way or the other. I was gonna say, I think a lot of Filipinos have said that, like, they like the Americans more than they liked the Spanish, at least, but yeah, there's no telling how much of that was uh just because of, like, American propaganda and stuff. Look at that thing chug. He at one point was so scared of the US government that he wrote a letter to Eisenhower. Listen, I would be too. Is it like if you were a puppet that gets put in place by the American government, like the American government overthrows your country and like installs you as a puppet, I'd be worried about the American government too. You saw firsthand what they can do. That's what we call a rational fear there. All right, cool. This is going good. I need... Oh yeah, this is going good. Burning that benzene. Okay, cool, 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 cool. So this is able to power itself. It looks like it is able to overpower. So what we need next is an extractor. We need one of these. And I need to power it. This was a dumb place to put this, honestly. This transformer. Because I need less than I don't want. I could put it like over here, and we can have the item pipe. Yeah, sure. It's gonna look a little bit silly at first, but we'll have it. We'll fix it later, maybe, or maybe we won't. Maybe I'll just leave it where it is and only talk about fixing it at a later date. They had him write denunciation of communism entirely, the reasoning being to prevent subjugation by a foreign power. Yeah, that's ironic. That's real ironic, isn't it? Because kind of sounds like the only foreign power subjugating people over here. Chocolate. Let's see. What else? Okay, I need the extractor. These things. Do I have LV circuits lying around? I probably have some in this machine. Yeah, I got tons of those. I need the piston. Really should make a bunch of motors at some point. We're gonna need more steel for this. Ah. Cool. Okay. Make. Okay. Let's make up. Let's say like 4. I can take a half stack of copper, turn it into wires. Have another battery. Battery. I don't think we have another battery. I think I put them all up somewhere. I think this is all of our batteries. Oh, what's going on, buddy? Why aren't you charging? Okay, you are. It just doesn't look like it. Fire mill. Set that on 1. Gonna need some iron rods. If we're doing 4, we need 12, which means I need 6 pieces of iron. Or of the fire mill. Bam. 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 I'm learning these recipes so much. Memorizing these stupid recipes at this point. Okay, so stupid small steel gear. Yeah, we need another batch of steel. Luckily, most of our batteries are charged right now, so let's go gambling. What did I make last time? Aluminum? Ah, heck. I might as well take these last stack of iron and turn it into wrought iron. I think we'll be good. But yeah, that's a pretty crazy story. Pero, sounds like fun. If you have any more, if you learn anything, any other fun stuff about history or whatever, feel free to come by and share it again. That was a pretty interesting story. You ever watch if you're still here, Pero, you ever watch a channel called Salmonella? I think you'd probably really like him. He did a video on the banana republics, and that one was really fun. Oh, speaking of which, it is 3 hours into our session. So thank you all for joining me here. If there's anybody who's watching who hasn't yet followed, make sure to hit that follow button. We're almost at 20 followers, our first follower goal, which would be very, very fun. And lets you know when I go live, and it helps me out a lot. Yeah, Sam O'Neill is a really fun channel. I uh I very much enjoy his content. He doesn't put out content very often, but when he does, it's pretty good content. Oh yeah, wasn't that like a war? Um I don't know if you told me about that or not, but wasn't it like a rationing thing or something? I don't remember the reasoning behind why they did that. You may have been the one that told me about it, but I don't remember. Oxygen. Who's up? Breathing oxygen. Alright. All the oxygen I have. Oxygen. Don't I have... Yeah, okay, actually this is quite a bit of oxygen. Yeah, what was it they needed to save though? Because it wasn't just like the bread. It was like, wasn't it like something that was used to make the machines to slice it or something? They did a lot of weird things during World War II for rationing and whatnot. Okay, I've got oxygen. Okay. Lap the batteries in. Yeah, makes sense. Wax paper, I guess, makes sense. I don't know the military applications of wax paper. It was probably used to like package MREs or something. Yeah, wartime's logistics get pretty crazy. What are you doing? Why am I here? Okay, so double check my thing over here. Okay, so we have plenty of benzene. I think it's probably stopped up, yeah, because it's filled with charcoal. Oh, Wendigoon? I've watched a few things that he did. Yeah. I watched his um I watched his video on the Waco siege from the time the ATF sieged that place in Waco, Texas. That cult, honestly. In Waco, Texas. That one was pretty crazy. Steel gear, small steel gear. Yeah. Oh, can I not do that? I guess it probably takes more to get. Yeah. You can't extract steel until you get a medium voltage extractor. That's okay. It goes from one 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 piece to two. We just need a plate and two rods. Yeah, I haven't watched any of his recent stuff. I watched he has a really good video going over like God, what is it? It was like internet like horror stories type stuff. which was pretty interesting. God, was that wrong? Oh, put the ingot instead of the plate. Small gear, piston. Okay, so rods. I'm not familiar with that guy, actually. I've never heard of his content. Let's see, plates. I've been watching. There's a guy on YouTube called Mini Minutemen. He does fun. Uh, he does like archaeology stuff though, so maybe a little bit further back than this kind of history, but a lot of his content's pretty good. I might have to check his stuff out sometime. Uh, World War II has a lot of interesting stuff that happened during it. Yeah, he just put out a video, Mini Minuteman. He just put out a video today, talking about rotors. I need what, 4 ingots? Yeah. Um, it was about something with like a burial mound in America that was really interesting. I didn't get the chance to watch the video all the way through, but it was a very interesting. Um, it's a pretty interesting video about one of those things. It was like one of those ones where the people made like some kind of crazy astronomy thing or astrology. Well, I guess this would just be, I guess, a little bit of both. All right, have fun with that. Oh, God, what is it? Is it? I think I saw this first. Yeah. You know, well, I'll just put the other tin rod up. I bet we. Oh, I already had a small steel gear. Man, I can't wait. Once we get moved over to that other building, I'm gonna have like proper organization in the workshop. As one of the first few things I'd like to do. Do I need a normal bronze flute? This thing. Do I even have any bronze, or am I gonna have to make some? I do, just enough. Oh, let's eat. Okay. Bronze plates. Let's put on a little bit of music. How about this one? I don't play this one a lot. Maybe there's a reason I don't play this one a lot. This is like one of those. Sounds like one of those like singing bowls. What are you doing over here, jukebox? Nice. I popping that disc out on something more interesting. Oh, cat. Okay, the tin rotor and the plates. There's Let's see. Okay, I just need the tin rotor. Oh man. Once I get all this stuff set up and I'm able to like process all of our ore and everything at a good rate, probably gonna take some time to just make bulk of a few things. Okay, get this tin. Okay. Tin. Okay. Screwdriver is all I need. Go. Okay. And then I just need... Do I not have two tin cables? What? I swear I had... Did I put them somewhere? God, where did I put them, though? Did I put them in a machine? Because I swear we had several tin cables. I didn't use that many for the motors, did I? My 2 copper cables. Welcome back, Pero. Where the heck did I put... Where did I put my... I swear I had more tin cables, but maybe I didn't. Alright. Yes, I'll make more. I'm gonna make up a whole stack of tin cables this time. It'll get us 32 tin cables. I'm sure we'll need them. Let me go grab my other batteries from back here. Okay. I'll just... let's get another disc in. How about this one? Yeah, we're just gonna watch this for for a second. Oh man. Ooh, I gotta stretch more. I'm feeling... Oh, my bones are creaking and cracking. I think it's because I haven't been stretching enough. But also, like, I haven't been awake for too long, relatively speaking. I only woke up, like, maybe 2 hours before stream. It's been really hard with, I think I figured it out, though. It's daylight savings time, man. Now that the sun doesn't set until, like, 9 o'clock, it's hard for me because, like, I think I just don't feel like it's time to go to bed until the sun's been down for longer. So, like, kind of messing me up because I end up, like, not going to bed until, like, midnight, and then I just sleep in. Assemble the wires. How many of these did I need? Only 2? Okay. Go grab some glass from the warehouse. It really does. We need to get rid of it. It would be nice if they got rid of it. It really would be nice. There's not really much of a point to it anymore. Because, I mean, like, realistically, like, let's say hypothetically that we got rid of daylight savings time and we went to like, oh, this is a battery buffer. This isn't a machine hole. And we went back to, I'll put that. Like everything was an hour behind. Like, would it really be that big of a difference if the sun rose or if the sun set at like 7 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock? Like, is that really affecting that many people? Let's see. Okay, I'm out of liquid rubber now. Did I need more of that? I know I will, but do I need any now? Okay. Basic tractor. What do I need? Really? I didn't know that. I could have sworn it was older than that in America, but I honestly don't know. You're probably right. I'll accept that information as valid without looking into it any further. I think the idea had been floated around a little bit before then, but it probably was they probably didn't implement it until much later. That's probably what I'm thinking of. And with polyethylene, polyethylene, multiple ethylenes have you would instead of ethylene, poly of ethylene. Oh man, making these things. That's fair. Extractor. Okay, two circuits, which I right here. Okay, let's take it back. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. God, I love songs that tell me what to do. I like it when I don't have to think. Okay, in here. We're gonna have to. All right. I'm gonna deconstruct this just a little bit and turn you off. Yeah, that off. We're gonna perform a little bit of maintenance on this thing. And I'm actually gonna move the maintenance hatch over here and the output bus over here. Does that get rid of like log? I guess it doesn't, does it? And then I'm gonna put this here. Okay. All right. I'm gonna put this tiny gold fluid pipe here. That's not what I wanted to do, actually. Hold on. We'll probably need it. Okay, I need to get my pipes. How did... Was there... Yeah, there's no such thing as a tiny item pipe. Or at least not a rose gold. Okay. And then we can do a tiny bid. There we go. Don't look too much. Don't look too closely at the machinery here. But this should work. I just need I need automatic output over here. Wonderful. Now, the question is this... Okay, I gotta turn it on. Actually, why aren't you running? Oh, great. Okay. Perform maintenance. Okay, there we go. Okay, now the question is this going to auto output? I don't actually know. Get in here. Okay, we just gotta wait for this to finish, and I can see what it's gonna do. Okay, so yeah, wood tar goes into here. Okay, and it did automatically output to the extractor. Wonderful. Okay, cool. It's actually working pretty well so far. I'm sure we'll need to scale this up eventually. And I'll probably start working on that sooner rather than later, but far it seems to be going pretty good. Drinky drink our little milk. And this thing is filling up with plenty of benzene. Wonderful. Okay. So... Hey, cool. So I'm thinking we put stuff in this back room over here to start with. Or I could just put it in here. We put it in there. Actually, it does look like a pretty nice area to start working in. Yeah. Get a roof on it. Everything. So let's work on that. We've got about half an hour left in stream, so we're going to work on getting... Man, oh, hold on. Let me change my video settings. I really don't like how much, like how bright the white is here. Oh boy, oh boy. Light color multipliers. No, it's the same thing. Oh god, where is it? Camera, color balance, general brightness. Why is this so high actually? Actually, okay, general brightness, and we'll turn the white brightness down. Okay. God, that looks a lot better already. I don't know. Better than it being like super reflective. Okay, we're good. Okay. Let's see. I need rhyolite. I need my smooth rhyolite. Okay, I don't think I have any smooth rhyolite just yet. Or well, that stuff was chiseled, right? Smooth rhyolite. Uh, yeah, there it is. It's just raw rhyolite on a chisel. Do I have raw rhyolite in the thing already? I might. Go check. Yeah, I think we're gonna be spending. We got the pyrolysis oven and benzene production going, so that's already really good. Because we can also use that to power a lot of stuff in here. Yeah. Okay, rock breaker. Okay, wonderful. We do have red steel chisel. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna take another stack. Just in case. I'm pretty sure it probably will need it, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. Do I have my scaffolding? I do have scaffolding. Wonderful. Okay, so we're gonna go up to 5th level. Okay. Maybe we use like hickory for the floor in here. I think that would be a good idea. Oh yeah, we're gonna need a lot more Rhyolite. I need to put up all this charcoal I've acquired too. Actually, I can put the charcoal in the extract. Oh, never mind. I guess this thing makes a lot of charcoal very fast, doesn't it? Yeah, this thing makes charcoal pretty dang fast. And it's almost filled itself up with benzene. Okay. Okay. We're gonna need probably another couple stacks. Yeah. Another 2 stacks, and then we'll get the chestnut all's done. Oh, I need to start making lights too. Can I? Is there a way to get creosote out of charcoal or something? Okay, we can also just I can also just turn some wood tar into it, I guess. Oh, you can extract wood dust. Coke oven. Yeah. I mean, the best way is probably just extract on wood dust. We have a yeah, we do have an extractor here. I'll put some of this wood dust in there. Let me put up a couple of these tools. Okay. Not that kind of wood dust. Softwood pulp, hardwood pulp. Okay, does this need to be a... No, it says ultra low voltage. That should work. Unless it might be that the steam extractor, the ultra low voltage one, might not have a spot for liquids. Because this is saying 0 out of 0, so it probably does need to be a low voltage one in order to do that. Oh well. I can always just shove some logs into the coke oven. Get some creosote. How much creosote do I have? I need creosote to make glowstone dust, which I need to make the light bulbs. We do not have a whole lot. Okay. Oh, wait. We have a decent amount. We have an okay amount. I've got the rhyolite. Let's go try to finish up the brick parts of this. Or let's get some chestnut too, because I'm gonna need that in order to get up higher. I probably don't have any in here. I'm probably gonna have to go chop down some chestnut. Yeah, we're gonna have to go chop down a couple chestnut trees. I do have... Nope, that's mangrove. Why do I even have half of this on me? Thing's so bright. Are you? You're Blackwood. Chestnut, right there. Can't chestnut with the pickaxe. I've been playing. I've also been playing Dwarf Fortress a lot recently. I've had the Steam version for a bit, but I saw some fun videos on YouTube, and it was playing. They were playing Dwarf Fortress, and I was like, that seems like fun. And it turns out they've done a lot of they've upgraded the Steam edition a lot to make things a little bit easier to use, and it's been very nice. And um I've been having a lot of fun. I have a fortress, decently large. I think there's like 60 dwarves or something in it, 80 dwarves. I'm getting a decently large village. We haven't even really been attacked by anything, which kind of has me worried a little bit, not gonna lie. I'm kind of worried that someone's gonna show up and try to attack us soon. Um, but other than that, it's been going pretty good. Not a whole lot of interesting stuff been going on. We had some. I went into the caverns, and I was trying to dig channels out so that I could get to lava, so that I could make some like lava forges and stop having to use wood and everything. And I found I told my miner to like dig this one area, and they kind of got like forcefully like shunted through reality or something, and it ended up like trapped. They got like basically pushed through a wall when they dug the thing. And how the heck do I make slabs? Is it just normal in this one? It is. Okay. Um, but then I forgot to close the door because I had to dig out a I had to dig out or not dig out. I had to make a bridge because the only place that they could get back to the caverns that I had already dug out was this area that like crossed a little lake. And so I had to build a bridge to get them out. Luckily the caverns have like mushrooms and stuff in there, and they could go to the lake to drink water, so they didn't die. But the issue is I got distracted while that was going on, and I had to go I forgot to close the door. So a bunch of like these they're called like head bat heads or something. I'm not really sure what they are. But they're basically just like this big head with bat wings and teeth. And so those things came up out of the depths and started attacking my dwarves. And we may have lost a couple dwarves before I managed to figure out what was going on and get it under control, but you know, some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I don't think anyone important died. I think it was just a bunch of nobodies. So we didn't have too much. The only thing is, hopefully that doesn't cause like problems for me later on down the line, because who knows if those people had friends and family that were more important to the well-being of the fortress. But I don't think so. I've got a pretty good group of soldiers so far. I'm starting to get them armed. For some reason, even though I thought like I embarked on a place with flux-stone, for some reason I can't find any flux-stone. So I can't make steel. But I've been having to like make bronze stuff for my soldiers, and it's working out fine. They're getting armed. Being armed at all is better than, not being armed in that game. So, at least they have some weapons and armor to fend off whatever's going to come through. Although I'll be real with you, if I did have to like close off the fort from the outside and not let anyone in, I think we'd probably be fine, because most of my farms are doing pretty good. We have like lots of stockpiles of food and everything and drinks. So that's fun. Okay. Maybe I should change the outer parts of this top layer. Now that I think about it, I don't. Ow. I don't think... Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll do more of the andesite bricks like we do have on the bottom. Yeah, that'll look good. Actually, let me go back up and remove that layer I just put on. Alright, I'm out of andesite bricks. No, I think this is coming along pretty good. See, I think let's look around the other side and see if this is how good this looks. Oh yeah. Yeah, that looks better. That looks a lot better. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, no, that looks pretty nice. That looks fairly cool so far. Yeah, I like the way that's looking. Yeah, no, that looks really good. I get do I want hickory, I think or maple. Oh god, I love maple. But I think the hickory would fit better, but maple. We'll take both. Do I have any normal hickory lying around? No. Okay. I'll take both just to look. I don't think I have any more andesite bricks, so we're probably going to have to make some more. Ah, okay. That's not enough, though. Yeah, that's not enough. Do I have any... No, this is gravel, stone, or rocks. I think we're gonna have to make some more andesite. Oh, wait. Here's some andesite bricks. Perfect. Oh, yeah. No, that's looking real good. That's looking real nice. That's looking sharp. Okay. Now, the question is, am I gonna like the maple or hickory more? I could do hickory for the top here and then maple for the floor. Yeah, that'll work. That'll be a nice one. Yeah. Always love that color combination. And then we can just alternate as we keep going up. Or I could also make an area. Yeah. Yeah. I'll add a gap in between the floor and the ceiling for the second floor so that we can run pipes and wires through it. Okay, hickory, hickory. I only have 4 spaces left in my backpack. Or my inventory, at least. I guess my backpack has more. Okay. My drums. Well, I'm not using them on my batteries. My cables. Up a couple things. Alright, let's get all of these turned into slabs, because we will be using slabs for the most part on the ceiling. Ugh, it is getting hot in this room as the day is wearing on. Ooh. It's not even been too hot um around like it hasn't been getting too hot during the day. It hasn't been really all that big of an issue. But I wonder what it's going to be like in here once we get towards the summer. I feel like it's going to get pretty dang hot in here, and I'll have to figure out some things. Unfortunately, I don't even think I could put a like an air conditioner, like a wall unit in here. We don't really have central heat and air, and it's kind of currently not working super well. Um, so I'm either gonna have to fix the cooling to the house, or like I can't put an AC unit in the wall in the window because the windows are weird and not the kind you can put an AC unit in. I guess I should probably just fix the central cooling to the house at some point, but that's gonna cost money, and I don't want to spend, especially if I can survive without it. I do have to fix it eventually though, because whenever house, whenever it comes to sell the house. Okay, there we go. Several stacks worth of hickory slabs. Do I have access to building gadgets in this? Do we actually have building gadgets in this? Building. Nope. Fortunate. Didn't know if that'd be something we'd unlock at like a really high tier or something. Okay. Oh, maybe I should put a drum over on the benzene to collect benzene while I'm doing stuff like this. God, if I made an aluminum drum for that too, it would be really good. Some blocks. Fundamental. We're getting back to fundamentals, everyone. Used to be a schmovement. Now we're getting back to fundamentals. Okay, I hope we have enough. I think we should have enough. We had like 3 stacks. Do I have? I don't have any more. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to get a vision of what I want to do here. I think what we'll do is like these andesite bricks. We'll do like 3 layers of them because we already have the 1 layer. And then we'll do 3 layers because that'll be the layer where all the like stuff, all the cables and pipes can be run. And then we can do maple floors. We be a lot of things. Wow, that was not nearly enough. Even with the 3 that I dropped down here. Okay. Alright, I am going to put a drum over there to collect some extra benzene, though, because there's no reason in just having this thing just not running for a while. Oh. Right. I guess that is true. Oh, this thing kind of acts as a... Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, because this thing's clogged up, so it's not going to run the main thing, because this will act as a stopgap that will prevent it from... Okay. I can fix that. Sort of. Sort of. Can't, but I could try. I could put a crate there, and it'll vastly increase the amount that it can hold, but the Pyrolase oven actually makes charcoal so fast. Or we could also just add more... We could just add more extractors, or even put in a medium voltage extractor in here. Would fix a lot of our issues, too. Yeah. But if I wanted to put a thing in here, I'd have to go here. Okay. Oh wait, it is going in there. Wonderful. Is it? No. Actually, it might not be able to go in from the bottom because of the way the drums work. Okay, whatever. I'm just not gonna bother with it for now. We are gonna have to do something because this setup isn't going to work out long term, because if it's being stopped from processing, if the Pyrolase oven is being stopped from processing by the extractors, honestly, what we would need to do is just make more extractors. The extractors are doing a lot. I think what would be best would be to make some medium voltage extractors and set them up over here and have that, because the medium voltage extractor should be twice as fast, right? I think that means it'll use up 8 EU per tick on this operation, but it'll even out because it'll be only for like 3 seconds instead of 6, which would vastly increase it. What do I need to make? Medium voltage extractors are kind of hard to make, though, aren't they? Um, extract right there. Yeah. They yeah, see, here's the thing. They require both a medium voltage piston and a medium voltage electric pump. And while those aren't like incredibly difficult to make, they're still fairly difficult. Relatively difficult. So, well, we'll look into it. I just gotta remember that that's an issue that could pop up at some point. Okay. Well, we got about 10 minutes left. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some food. Yeah, I'm gonna make some food for our character. For our last little bit of time. I gotta go chop down a maple tree. Yeah, that'll probably take us about 10 minutes with everything that's gonna go into it. Because I do need to make rice too, don't I? Yeah. Get our potatoes. Okay. Knife. Le knife. guess I did also already have some. Uh, I'll go chop down a tree, get these sticks and seeds put up. Going over to our little maple grove over here. 200 per piece. Whatever. I'm just gonna do a full 2 buckets. Too much, but fine. Let me go put up a couple more things. Oh man. And just put up all of this stuff. Uh, really all I need to do is put up these saplings. Pretty much good. We'll do, yeah, we'll keep doing 2. Okay. I don't want to pick up. I want to pick up any ash. It's clutter my inventory. But this should be good. We shouldn't have much else to do for the rest of. Finish up a little bit of chores around the house, and that's it. We'll have a full thing of food for when we start up tomorrow. And that'll be good. I don't even know if we needed to do the rice. Yeah, I don't think we actually need to do the rice if we're only doing 1 piece in each one, but whatever. Oh, man. First batch of soup. Hey. I clicked on the wrong thing. Oh, my flask needs to get refilled too. Oh, man. Look at that pretty sky. Look at there's Mars. Our little windmill that gets us salt water. Building's coming along pretty nice. I like the way that corner is looking so far. And then we're going to build on top of that. That'll be great. Okay, so then what do we work on tomorrow? Tomorrow I guess we'll work on getting that building finished up a bit so that we can move all of our stuff over there. We're gonna have to get pipes run. We're gonna have to move. We have a gas turbine we can move back there. Although currently it's running the ore processing. We'll need to do something with ore processing too because that also needs to be moved somewhere. Maybe I put that in the bottom area and then the top area can be dedicated to like workshop stuff. Or we could do it the other way around. Don't know yet. Yeah, we didn't even need the extra uh we didn't even need the extra rice. Rice. But it'll be great for next time once we come back. Okay, come on, last pot of soup. End stream. Oh my god, and all of our soups stacked because they're all kind of the same thing. Actually, they are all exactly the same thing. That's kind of cool. Alright, cool. So there we go. Another day done. Oh my god. Thank you all for joining me. This has been my first real successful stream in a couple of weeks with everything that's been going on. So it's been really nice getting to hang out again. Let's see. Thank you all for coming out here and joining me. I love you all. If there's anybody who's watching who isn't yet following, make sure you hit that follow button. You could be our 20th follower, which would be very, very exciting and very worth it. That lets you get notifications when I go live and lets you know all sorts of other stuff about whenever things happen. So, you know. If you need any more content, there's my YouTube channel below, which is has VODs from before that I've uploaded. So if you need to go back and look at things that I've done before, feel free. Other than that, let's see. That's it. We got Blue Sky as well. That's where I'll let you know if there's anything crazy that happens that needs your attention. But other than that, I'm gonna head off. Thank you all for joining me so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, night, morning, whatever, what have you. But I'm gonna leave now. So bye everyone. Bye bye.